Well, staying with that story, earlier we spoke with Mattie Duppler from the organization Americans for Tax Reform in Washington. They campaigned for congressional candidates to sign a pledge to never raise taxes. I asked her if there was no choice but to make a deal.
Well, part of the confusion with our fiscal cliff is the way that it's set up, why we're even having emergency sessions of Congress to try and avoid a massive tax hike. And that's because the law of the land was that the tax relief that was enacted 10 years ago was going to expire December 31st. And it did, because the Senate and the House had not acted in time to stop this massive tax hike. So what we had passed, and the president is going to sign, is a bill that cuts taxes for 98% of Americans and saves the most Americans possible from this mighty fiscal cliff. So what we're looking at here is Republicans who have pledged never to raise taxes are doing just that. They're trying to keep Americans from suffering under a massive tax increase, and that's what we see with the bill that was passed in the Senate and the House this week.
But the alternative surely is this. It is carrying through on what George Bush, the last Republican president, put in place, which was in effect a policy of robbing Peter to pay Paul. And if you don't go with this, the Barack Obama administration will have to borrow, coming 2 years, an extra $1 trillion.
Well, this is why the next coming fight is so important. You know, you heard on your tape talking a lot about the spending cuts that didn't get enacted this time around and what the next battle is going to be in the spring with our debt ceiling. This is the time where we can start talking about making government smaller and getting rid of some of the debt we're accumulating. Going into March, we're going to be asked to raise the debt limit to allow Congress and the president to continue to spend more money. And the United States is unique in that Congress has to authorize more borrowing authority to do that. So this is used as a good opportunity for Republicans, for advocates of smaller government to say,
allow me
we're
to
not
interrupt
giving
you
you
just
any
for
more
1
money
second.
unless
You are
stop
saying
spending.
that borrowing that $1 trillion is a good thing. It's not a bad thing.
No, I'm saying that the spending that fuels this type of borrowing needs to be stopped, and having that debt limit and having a debate on whether to raise the debt limit is the perfect opportunity to do that, and allows lawmakers to start talking about our problems and allows Republicans who want to cut spending some leverage in that debate.
Mattie Duppler talking to us earlier.